Alright, you have to bang one of us, you have to marry one of us, and you have to kill one of us. I hope you want to bang me because you're gonna have to tell me. Nico Patino lady has been driving me.
Jesus, random?
For me, it's Jules, bro. I can't.
If I would have played week 4, none of these guys would have even competed with me in MVP talks.
So me, it's Enzo, bro. I feel, again, it's not nothing personal. I just feel like he's a bitch when he's not playing.
La nena más linda de toda la ciudad tiene un cuerpo brutal. Es que con ella me quiero casar para comerla poco a poco.
Got it.
Alright, guys. Pretty shocking here. You see a bunch of individuals around me. I don't know. I think they're all going to be beneath me. Not sure how this is going to go or something like this. But we're going to call this, guys. I've never done a playoff segment for the hot seat. This is the hot seat. Rivals edition. Yeah,
let's go.
Right
now. All right.
Well, if you guys can't add 1+1 because most of you are dumb as fuck. All 3 of these are MVP candidates. Yes, Anthony's not going to be here because it'll be a waste of time to even send them a text. Love the kid, but there's no point. Hopefully you heal up and you get better. But we have Mr. Peaky, Mr. Kevin, and Mr. MVP. Perra, which we'll talk about that later on. But let's just start off with an interesting question. Kevin, this is directed to you. You're playing a position which is a quarterback, which, let's be honest, it's not your main position. It's not what you usually play. Do you feel like you belong in this room right now?
Oh, fuck yeah, 1,000%. I've proven myself in done deal. I mean, it goes back in the day, he only was relevant when nobody was around. But it's funny, if I would have played week 4, none of these guys would have even competed with me in MVP talks. And if you extrapolate the stats and you put the stats in front of it with nobody's name on it, you would have seen me with 50 touchdowns, with the defensive stats to back it up. I would have obliterated both of them. It wouldn't have. If you would have
played week 4, you wouldn't have had Jordan, right? That's when he was in Hawaii.
Yeah, but I still would have gotten.
If you were in week 4, you wouldn't be on this hot seat, Kevin. You would have had to play the teams, the redemption week. You would have had to play us, who you fucking got super lucky. You raped me with no tier 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. And then now you're saying that if you would have played week 4 without Jordan because he's in Hawaii, you would have had 50 touchdowns. I disagree with you. I don't think
not 15, but you don't think I would have had 50. I'm at 46 right now. You don't think I get 4?
Yeah,
in 3 games,
maybe. Yeah.
There's not. Okay, go look at the stats. There's not one game this entire season that I didn't score 3 touchdowns minimum. Every single game, my team scored 4 touchdowns, except 2 where we scored 3 in a tie and 3 in a win. Every single other game was 4 touchdowns.
Perra, give me your thoughts. Perra, give me your thoughts real quick. I see you're making a lot of faces like me here.
Oh, man. Yeah. Kevin, that's a fuck, though. I'm sorry. And I love you.
What?
But no shot. Bro, week 1, right? Week 1, I'm pretty sure you beat a team 2-1.
No, there's 0 games that we scored 2 touchdowns. 1,000%. You can check it. You can fact check.
You put 4 on us. I know that. I'll sit here.
I put 4 on them. I put we won a game 4-3 against the
producer.
We went 4-3 against the Lions, and then we went 4-1 against who was the other team that week? Oh, the 4-2. No, sorry, 3-1
you
against
played the Eagles. You played the Eagles with 4 players, and you beat them
3-1 against the Eagles.
Embarrassing.
All right, look. There's this thing that's going on. There's this topic that people want to you could say the word is discredit or say certain things to certain players. That was like a huge thing for Anthony, that he played teams like beat up or they didn't have a full roster and stuff like that. Me personally, when I'm making my MVP votes or I'm voting for anything like that, I'm just looking at the 16 games you played, right? I don't think it's fair to people to essentially count that towards them in any decision and be like, oh yeah, bro, these certain weeks they played these beat up teams or this and that. At the end of the day, bro, they play the games in front of them. The old quote, bro. You play what's in front of me. You do what you gotta do.
Them.
You still gotta fucking do what you gotta do. Because there's been teams that they've lost 4v6 and they didn't do what they have to do. You know, at the end of the day, it happens. And I know it's funny and shit, but like, bro, anything is fucking possible. I'm gonna be honest with you. This season has been ridiculous. I've been lost. There's no like trend. There's no consistency. The only consistency, I'm gonna keep it a buck, is Kevin winning. Kevin
And
hasn't
my team's
lost.
dropping balls.
I mean, Kevin lost what, one game, I think, or whatever the case may be.
I lost one game, and it was honestly the last game of the season, and we were trolling. We were trying to get our stats up for our teammates.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
You tied that game.
Yeah, that
You
game
know what
was
this
whack.
means, right? You're due. You're gonna lose in the biggest time.
You know how many times I've heard this? But every single season outside of last season, every single season, I have produced and I have gone to the quarters, the semis. I've made the playoffs. I've gone to the semis. Every single season, I've gone to the semis as a quarterback.
I said it today.
Oh,
You're
as
a captain.
No,
As a quarterback, as a quarterback.
I'm sorry.
I think you're a
For fun.
captain.
I
said
went
that
as a
today in
receiver
the
for a
cap
punt,
chat.
and I was the second best receiver in done deal. I don't care who was covering me. No one was covering me.
Do you guys feel like he said something interesting there? I don't know if you guys picked up on that. They said that the last game was a troll game. They're patting their stat. Do you think that's like a disservice to Done Deal essentially on the other players?
Of course.
You feel me? Like
That's like fantasy football. Like, you know,
talk to
like,
me, Peaky. Give me your perspective. on
bro,
that.
I think of like the guys in fantasy football that like they know they're out already. In this case, this guy knows he's in already, and like they just troll and they either don't take it serious or they trade a guy away to help another team, and it just fucks the integrity of the league up. I don't think that what Kevin did fucks the integrity of the league up, but I do think it's whack. And when he says troll, I didn't watch their game. I don't know if they literally were trolling, but I do know.
I saw the game.
Oh, you saw the game? Talk to us about it.
Yeah, it was just the Cowboys hike, no one moved, throw it to Daniel G. For Kevin,
Oh, they were looking up Danny G.
Yeah, it was hike, don't move, throw it to Joel or throw it to Alex G. It doesn't matter. I mean, I do agree with. I don't think it affects the integrity of the league. It's not a good look.
All right.
So
everybody pays their money, right? Everybody does has an equal right. Everybody has an equal, perspective on it. And then the other thing was we had tier sixes being upset. Let's keep it a buck. We'll call it all in the air. Tony was upset, right? Kevin, maybe you want to talk about that situation.
So to tackle on the first part, I kind of explained this to Joan. It's the same as Wade. Wade, it was a meaningless game at the end of the season. What do? They don't play hard on him. They play defense only at the very end, and they let him get his 50 points. Same thing happened to Kobe, his final game of the season, and it was the same thing. We already had locked our spot. The Cowboys had locked their spot. We wanted to make our tier 5s and tier 4s stats elevated. So what we did was we created plays to elevate them. And I covered Danny. You
created plays.
Yeah, I called plays throughout for my whole team. I called
Did you
plays
say
for my whole
Dwayne
team
Wade?
runouts.
Did you say Wade?
I heard
Did
that.
you say Dwayne Wade?
He compared himself to D Wade and
Who's
Kobe.
Dwayne Wade and who's the other guy? Kobe?
Kobe.
What they did? Do you remember their last
story?
game of their careers, where it was the final game of the season and people just trolled and just let them shoot shots?
I'm not being sarcastic. Are you referring to yourself as those guys or Danny G to those
Neither.
guys?
I'm referring to the example
Situation.
that the defenses were playing lax, and then once we got to 3-3, we played a serious game. So it was.
That's why it ended up tied.
It didn't end up tied. It was 4-3. No, it was 4-3. Long story short, they ended up averaging out. Our first 3 games, and the stats for the 4th game did not count. So they averaged out the stats for that game. Now, to go about the Tony thing, I love Tony to death. But anyone that knows me knows that I do not use my lower tiers unless they're really good. I do not have the skill like a Perra or like a Piki to actually create plays for someone that runs a 7 flat. I don't have the arm strength or the skill to buy the time to do this. Why are you laughing?
Stop talking, bro. Stop.
Because Tony's gonna listen to this and go into playoffs with you, and like.
I told this to him. Anything that I say here is not anything that I did not tell my team already. Tony knows what I was saying. Tony understands me. I don't have that skill. I told him, the positivity that you bring on the team is being a great team player and making plays on defense. I am not going to be the one to run you on a post and throw you the post. I take calculated risks. I don't have the balls to do that. What?
No tier 6s are running a post.
Gabe S burned the fuck out of Mendoza, and I have it on video on a straight post.
I've had Molly run bombs, and I've thrown it to Molly, and Molly has dropped it. So I guess I have PTSD from my tier 6s dropping wide open bombs that I just stopped throwing to my tier 6s. I don't throw to my tier 6s unless like they're naked. I always run them on a hitch on the far away.
Yeah, I bet you would love for them to be naked, buddy.
I do not want Tony naked in front of me ever, anywhere.
But to continue this, something else that you mentioned earlier, and you were talking about success in the past, what you've done before. This is more of a question for Perra and Piki that haven't been in Dundee as long as I've been or as long as Kevin has been. Do you feel like the star back then is quote unquote equal to the star now?
No shot.
No shot.
And I hate to say that like insensitively, but you gotta like compare apples to apples here, bro. Like, dude, like the influx of just forget skill, IQ, football IQ alone, plus the skill, it's gotta be way harder now than it was before. I hear stories of like guys that used to play quarterback and like how they like would actually even compete. Like if you put those same historical guys from day one and you put them in the positions that they used to play in and you put them in now, like, dude, you could have a freaking, I don't even want to say, I don't even know what I can say on this thing, but you could have a third division and they won't win that. Like, so that's my take on that.
I'm going to give you an example. It was Perra's rookie season where in the second to last scrimmage before drafting, he's talking, he's super cocky. It's literally his first season. Mind you, it's also Jones.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
It's honest. It's Jones' first season too. Everyone's first season, like from like the inaugural one after me. And Perra comes up to me, he looks at me and goes, I'm the second best player in Dundee right now. I'm the second best quarterback.
Quarterback.
He said quarterback. And he goes, I'm going to win this shit. I already know who's drafting me. I already know who they're getting second and who I'm going to. And then it ended up being Chris D. And Chris D drafted him and Brian O'Con back to back. They went like 0-6 together. And they absolutely shit the bed. And Perra literally got dicked on by Ray Martinez. That's where you had the gym. That's where you had the gym. Where Ray Martinez is like this.
Yeah. I love when he brings the Chihuahua.
Yeah, that used to be back in the day. The whole Perra versus Ray, the whole all that, because Perra used to like run his. Oh, he still kind of does it away, but way worse back then, where he literally said, "Bro, it's literally gonna be the Pats, which was Young, and the Giants, which was Perra. Me and them in the finals. Like, there's no other point, mind you. That fucking Giants team was absolute fucking dog water.
We had a negative 84 speed.
There was only 10 teams, I believe, 10 or 12 teams, and the Giants were 10th. Chris D was the captain, made some trades, and Chris D went like 7-1 or 6-1 or something like that.
6-1,
yeah. And then he made it to the 6th seed and made it all the way to the conference championship, and it was one game away, because it was the best out of 3 back then, was one game away from going to the finals. So it just goes to show you anything's possible. But let's talk about more relevancy now. We have all 3 of you guys have been in a hot seat, right? In my opinion, Piki's top 4 hot seat. Kevin was a good hot seat. Perra was a good hot seat. Not elite, in my opinion. But you know, everybody has their own opinion. So a recent hot seat came out, and I give credit where credit's due. The motherfucker killed it. Angel did his fucking thing. A lot of people hate on him for their own reasons. As we saw, I don't know if you guys were watching the game or not, but it was I think it was the Raiders were playing, and Laz Cifuentes won the sideline, and he did not stop talking to Angel. And then Angel goes, he says the line, he goes, bro, but I got more zeros in my bank account.
Oh my god. Oh, it's so cringe. It was so cringe.
And then
everybody just groaned. Everybody's
like, oh, and then I think like Laz said, oh yeah, bro, look up his company. His dad is the one that owns the company. His name's not in it. So I don't know. To me, there's just certain things that like I get like we're trolling and it's funny and stuff like that, but sometimes I can't even tell how serious people are because I really don't know them that close. Is there any perspective that you guys have with that whole situation or anything? Anybody could go first.
I don't know Laz personally. I don't. I just know him as much as everybody else here does. I had like a rough beginning. It wasn't rough, bro. It was just like funny shit, and I was mad about it. Like it was stupid, but whatever. It wasn't anything bad. I just had pena, and I apologize. But like to me, you want my psychoanalysis on Laz? I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Detail for detail. Don't fucking miss one.
Detail for detail. And I'm gonna first start off by I don't know him like that. I can't even lie and say like I care about him, but like, bro, he's a cool guy. You could tell he's a nice guy at heart. Like, but what happens is that he's like the seventh kid of the cool crew. He's the one who gets caught like ding dong ditching. He's the one who like when everyone gets away with it, he gets in trouble. Like he's the one who when they like sneak into UM to jump off the fucking the diving board, the cops catch him. Like he's not cool. His friends are, and like he thinks that like by association that's that. Like now he knows about football. Now he knows about like everything. Now, like he knows like as far as like the Sunbiz report on your business, and he knows that the registered agent isn't you. Like he is the secret biggest hater in the league. Like he says things and he really means it. Again, bro, it's all with fun and shit, but like he really is a little hater. And like I've come to notice that he's still cool. I'm still cool with him. I'll still say what's up. Like it's nothing personal. Like everyone gets weird with the flag football thing. But like, yeah, he has like this like bro, que tu pinta, bro? What do you like what? Like dude, if you don't have a really good quarterback on your team, you're going to be like just another guy around here. Like you have the skill sets. Like if a guy like me or Joan or like somebody like you said, like that has the skill set to call plays to make him look good. Oh yeah, he's a mismatch. But bro, I don't get like the attitude of things and whatever. I respect it because he's unapologetically himself. But I think he's full of shit all the time. Like I think he really doesn't like a lot of people, and he like talks shit and then plays the cool like funny thing in real life. Still a cool guy, but that's my psycho.
But that's just my opinion. That's just my
opinion, bro.
That's just your take.
I'm Leonardo, bro. I'm DiCaprio, baby.
No, but the reason why I wanted to talk back on that is because people like to the word that I've been hearing a lot is persona, right? Like a lot of people apparently like when Angel came out with the hot seat, some people wanted to fuck him up or whatever the case may be. This is what I'm hearing, right? So like like. And I feel like people actually took it that serious, right? Like, like they literally took it to the fucking heart where they wanted to destroy this guy. And, we're just here recording a freaking segment for our flag football league, bro. Like, like if you really like take a step back and think about that and you repeat that shit in your head, like, bro, like it's not that serious, bro. But some people actually take it like that. And who are we to tell people, like, this ain't serious or not serious? So like when it comes to like going that extra step, because done deal is never about no violence and all that. When it comes to taking that extra step, where's the line of trolling? Where is the line of disrespect? Like where do you guys feel like that's at?
It depends on the person, to be honest, because there's some levels that are disrespectful that some people can cross that others can't. Like I don't care. Like I can only speak to myself. It doesn't bother me when people that are close to me make gay jokes. Like, Piki can make it, Perra can make it because I'm friends with them off of flag football. At least I think I am.
So I can't make
gayer than you.
So I can't make the joke.
Then I get, yeah, of course, bro. But the thing is, at least with me, like, that's not something that you really find as an entertaining joke. It's low-hanging fruit at this point. Like, all those jokes, because at the end of the day, all those jokes have been used already. And they just repeat the same ones over and over and fucking over, and it's annoying. But then you have people that say those jokes that don't really know me, and I'm just like, all right, just way to join the bandwagon. You're a loser. And there's people that do that all the time in DD chat. Laz does it.
Hey, has Laz ever done a gay joke to you?
Yeah, of course. And I don't know him like that.
There has to be a list. Give us a list. Give me a list of
Top
players
five,
that you.
top five.
This means shocker.
Top 5. Oh, goddamn, Perra.
This is the shocker.
Good job,
Top
bro.
5 what?
You might have to leave Dundee alive and do the hot 2 with me. Look, give me a top five, Kevin, of people that aren't close to you that say those jokes. So pretty much the bandwagon people that associate themselves with those type of jokes that you're talking about. Give me your top 5 in no order.
Right now, but let me just say something. That if and I hate to make it go there, but if you replace the homosexuality and you do it of skin color, none of those people would be saying the same exact
chill,
jokes.
Roger, chill.
And it's true.
Roger.
It's true. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to say those jokes because it's gay people that we're talking about. Because it's gay people we're talking about.
Now he's a TED Talk.
All right, let's get back to topic, Kevin. Go.
All I'm saying is it's
Top
a
5, Kevin.
Steady.
Give me the 5 people that
Steady.
say gay shit to you don't like. Come on.
I'm not
Steady.
close to him.
Stop
No,
being
I
gay.
don't not like Steady. Steady's
You
an
get the
okay
point,
guy.
you get the point.
He can't read a Dr. Seuss book, but he's a nice guy. The guy literally cat in a hat. He struggles, but the guy's a nice dude.
Classic though.
Lasting Fuentes has done it a couple times, not as often as Steady does.
2 people.
I do love this guy because I have played with him, but he has said jokes. I love Ale. Ale's done it, and I'm not really that close to Ale. Like, I do love the guy though.
That boy got burned by me. Just saying. There you go.
Nah, bro, but Ale's a cool guy. PD does it, but PD's my friend. But he fucking annoys me because he does it over and over and fucking over.
PD's good. PD's good at getting under your skin. That's why it's better to just
But I told him
cordial.
in person.
I feel like his
Wait,
timing is very good.
bro.
His timing's very good when it comes to those.
timing, bro. We went to Texas in a flag football tournament or North Carolina. This was like 6 months ago. I had to tell him, I was like, dude, it gets annoying. Can you stop? Can you change the fucking subject? Because bro, it was nonstop.
Weren't you guys roommates?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was fucking annoying. I told him while we were
It's crazy how I know that.
But you know what's funny?
You got the
PD
video?
is like that in public. PD's like that in public. PD, when he's with me, like just us, un pedazo de pan, bro.
Yeah.
He's super nice, the kindest person. But then all of a
If
sudden,
there's a crowd.
there's a group around him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I gotta impress. I gotta be
Showtime.
funny. I gotta do jokes." And it's like, dude, there's no need for that. Be the normal person you were with me 5 minutes ago.
Dude, he
I don't
broke
know.
me down.
Y eso me cae mal.
He broke me down in the beginning of my DD. I had to side text him like, "Oh yeah, bro, like yo, dude, I look up to you, bro. Like I look up to you like a mentor. Like yo, you're taking it too far. Do you like me or not? Like you're digging into me." And to be honest, he's never done it again. I think he felt that I really I was being sensitive.
Well, maybe he stops after this one. Maybe he stops. Oh, and the other person that does it is obviously Joan. And I'm not close to Joan. I've made it obvious that I'm not a huge fan of Joan. I respect him, but I'm not a big fan of Joan. I keep mispronouncing his name. I'm sorry. I don't mean to mispronounce it intentionally, but I'm not a big fan of him.
Like when he
Actually,
said
the person that made it clear that pisses him off with the whole like pronouncing his name was Peaky in my hot seat. He's like his name is Yoang.
because
You guys
bro,
get it
it's
right.
true, bro. Like,
And it's
come
true.
on,
No,
man.
it's true.
That's
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's a very good
Not
point.
one name.
But it wouldn't be a hot seat. We don't talk about that name. So every fucking hot seat, whether it's top 5 fake or the guy I hate the most or this and that. Now, each of you will have your time to speak. But Perra, you first. What's your perspective on that? They always mention him as fake, or they always mention him as something in a negative way. At the end of the day, like, you know, he's our commissioner, right? He's one of the owners of this league. Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. With the way every time everybody sends a screenshot of him is just Joan, little snake. And this whole notion that is like DD, like, you know, he's just, when he's a captain, he's a snake, but when he's commissioner, he apparently reaches out to the captains and he tries to help them out and all this. Like you said, the whole word of persona being thrown around, I don't think, I'm not no one to judge anyone's character, but I don't think that's his persona. I just think that really is him at the end of the day. So I think that's just as far as I elaborate, but I'm not his biggest fan either. And I've made it abundantly clear. He knows it, you know.
Biggie?
At this point in my life, bro, like if I say I don't like you and shit, like that means I'm dipping down to everybody's level. Like I really can give 3 fucks at this point. Like I spurt things out on the field and then dude, that's it. It's done. I personally, I don't have anything else to prove. That doesn't mean that I'm like goated and God. It just means that I'm in a good place internally, like maturation wise, to where, bro, you've heard it. Once I tore my ACL, I put everything into perspective, and I could give 3 fucks about flag football. I still try to whoop everybody's ass. My thing on Joan is
emphasis on try.
It's dude, like he is what it is, like. But you just have to like respect that he's that all the time. It's not like he's trying to hide it. Like he is what he is. If he's not your piece of pie, he's not your piece of pie. And if he is, he is. And just know
he's not fake. He's not fake. He is like, what he is. That's it.
The way I look at Joan, and I think everybody looks at each other like that way, is that, bro, anything you tell him, you have to know that it's gonna get, no matter what, it's getting sent somewhere. Could be sent anywhere, but it's going to get sent, and 9 out of 10 times it's not between just you and him. But bro, you have to be smarter than that and know your audience and understand. All right, bro, what I'm about to talk to this guy about, I really don't care if he tells a lot of people. But bro, it is what it is. I always say it. I respect people who are unapologetically themselves always. If you're a dick, you're a dick, bro. If you're a snake, you're a snake. Pero ahí es donde, llego, like, am I going to go and have beers with this guy for the rest of my life and invite him to my wedding? No, but it doesn't mean anything else other than what it is,
Kevin?
When we're talking about the fake thing and we said that he wasn't fake, there's one, I don't think he does it on purpose, but I was part of the DDPA last year. And the amount of times that he would tell us one thing and then throw us under the bus in the group chat, in the main chat, I don't know if you want to call that fake or if you want to call that insincere, whatever word you want to use.
Or unprofessional.
Unprofessional. And I'm sure it happened this year in the DDPA where he says one thing to the DDPA members and then he goes and like throws them under the bus in the main group chat and makes them look out like the villains. That happened to me personally. But other than that, like the thing with me and Joan, I mean, I didn't know him until I didn't care to know him until like the Reapers thing. I remember him from like Date's Finest, and he was a solid quarterback back in the day. And he's always been a solid quarterback. He's gotten really good. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but it's just weird. Like I don't know. I don't like that constant gossipiness that he has. That he like whenever there's a crowd for him, he wants to go and say something about somebody. And I've never been a fan of that type of person. That's not my MO. That's not the way that I was raised to be. Now, do I hate the guy the same way as Peaky? No, I don't hate the guy. I'm too old. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 31 years old, married with 2 cats. I don't have time to hate people, bro. At the end of the day, I'm here to play flag football and then troll people on the field. Like I troll Peaky when we're on the field and he trolls me back. And then we go and we play video games together. Like it is what it is. It's not to take it to heart.
Okay, so it's not to take it to heart, none of that. We always try not to get too personal or anything, but at the end of the day, there's always someone, right? There's always someone that makes your skin boil, just irritates the fuck out of you. You might think it's fake, someone you don't fuck with.
I have mine right now.
And you already know where I'm going with this, buddy.
I don't, but I have my guy. And
you're leading towards the right way. Every single one of you guys is going to name me someone, right? So someone that you feel like that. Let's be honest, everybody has that. None of that bullshit, bro. None of that fucking bullshit. Peaky, since you feel already like you're ready to fucking jump the fucking gun, talk your shit, motherfucker.
So look, you think I'm gonna say Eddie? You think I'm gonna say Lulu? You think I'm gonna say all these things? Those guys are easy. There's nothing there. Yeah. Sapica.
Lo que pasó.
This guy that I'm about to say drives me fucking bonkers, and I want to fucking skin him with my own hands. This is how much he gets under my skin, bro. Nico Patino lately has been driving me.
Jesus, random
nuts, dog. Hey, like fucking nuts, bro. Like this guy makes me want to fucking just scream, dog. Like Anthony Aleman could drop 25 more passes. Like I swear to God, bro, nothing makes me want to go crazier than this guy, bro. I don't know what it is.
Why Nico?
bro, me tiene la bola pelada, bro. I don't know what it is, dog. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. El complejo, the joking, but you can't joke back with him. Then he's obnoxious. He tries, but then he doesn't. Like, bro, you're just all over the place, and it's fucking crazy, bro. Like, you bother the fuck out of me, bro. You bother the fuck out of me.
I could easily say maybe Pera didn't seem so surprised, but I was not expecting that.
That was a
Holy
curveball,
shit,
bro.
bro.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
Chico Patino.
I mean, fuck. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, I know. All I remember was Pera telling him that new look for him wasn't working out.
I thought it was Julian a split second.
thought it
I
was
thought
Caillou.
Julian got shorter.
Pera didn't
I thought it was
start.
Caillou. Have you ever watched Caillou?
Wait, why does that sound familiar?
Look it up. Yes,
Pull
you
it
are.
up. Pull it up. It's actually funny.
I'll
It's
pull it
that
up.
kid.
I'll pull it up while Pera mentions this guy.
It's-
I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, send it to me. Yeah, send it to me.
Questions. Next.
Go, Pera.
man.
This guy, I don't think this guy is much of a surprise. But for me, it's Jules, bro. Like, I can't.
Leave
No
Jules
bueno.
alone, man.
I can't, bro. I don't know. I don't know if it's
Oh,
from Charlotte. I don't know if it's since like from Charlotte or this whole flip flopping, flip flopping back and forth between Swoosh and G's, and like I don't know. It's just he. I look at him and I get annoyed. Like I don't get mad. You'll never see me mad, but he just annoys the shit out of me. It's just top 5. He wants to be friends with everybody. Like no, bro. Pick a side. Be who you want to be. Be who you are. Like Biggie says, be unapologetically you, and that's it. It is what it is. You're not gonna be friends with everybody.
He was on the top 5 fake list
Fake, yeah,
in the
fake
point
list,
guard. I don't know if it was a shooting or the small forward, but he was on that list.
But I
but
don't know, man.
Is there a specific situation or instance that occurred that maybe not everybody knows about, or anything that you want to share?
I mean, Kevin was with it in Charlotte. I don't know if it was something that necessarily happened in Charlotte, but just like the whole flip flopping back and forth between Swoosh and G's, and then him like trying to come to me like, come on, man. I know you're the person, man. Let me back on G's. Like, come on. No, bro, I don't want you on G's. Like, no, it's not going to happen. If I'm on G's, you're not on G's. Like, no. Like, he just annoys the shit out of me. Like, he doesn't piss me off because it's not like I don't need an altercation with anybody, but he just annoys me. Like, his presence, it's annoying. Like,
So
even in Charlotte in the house, we were like, yo, just shut up. Like, stop. Like, go be somewhere else.
I love Jules, but in Charlotte, he reminded me of that girlfriend that's very insecure that you're gonna break up with her. And he's like, you're gonna break up with me after this tournament, right? You guys are cutting me after this tournament. Do you remember? He's like, you guys, this is my last tournament with G's. This is my first and last. We're breaking
Was
up.
it?
It's like, dude, yeah, it was. But
Yep.
Oh, wow. He knew it.
yeah, but like maybe it was because of that. Like what came
Oh,
first?
maybe.
He clearly
It was
didn't perform on the field to the fact that he was even worth even keeping. I'm assuming, right?
He's a
Yeah,
good player.
I
I
mean,
think he's a good player.
It's not
He's a lot
about
better
that.
than people think. I'll tell you that right
And
now.
that's my thing. Look, for me, it's like, bro, you're a good defender. He doesn't understand. Like Biggie and Kevin can attest. People don't understand how hard flag pulling is, and how much that is like a natural born skill. You don't get better at pulling flags. You can get better at route running. You can get better at catching balls, at making reads as a quarterback. And that. I don't think you can get better necessarily at pulling flags. You have it or you don't. Bro, Jules is a great flag puller. He's physical. I'm like, yo, just go focus on flag put. Like, go focus on defense. Learn how to track a ball. If you throw an up ball to him, he has no idea what to do. He loses the ball. He starts running in circles. And I mean, he was getting picked on in Charlotte, but it was nothing. It was nothing ridiculous. I mean, he kicked the shit out
You
of
can't
people.
see it, but we
It
know
looks better now.
the light. Yeah, now we see it.
now we
Okay.
see it. Now we see it. Now we see the nipple. Kevin's excited.
I'll be right back, guys.
Kevin, who's your guy?
Bro, there's a couple, but I won't go into a list.
Oh, no, give me.
I mean, I feel like
give
the
me the-
low hanging fruit, like Biggie has like the low hanging fruit of, in his opinion, Lulu and Eddie and these people. Like the low hanging fruit for me would be probably like Angel. But
No, I
honestly,
like
bro,
Lulu. Lulu doesn't like me.
oh, you know who grinds the fuck out of me?
Pause.
And I don't know if he grinds my gears. Like he fucking annoys me. Like I'm trying to be serious with him and he's an asshole. Like I try to play with him and he's an asshole. Is this motherfucker down here? Well, he's down here on my screen. Bro, I don't know if he likes me or not. I still don't know. I legit do not know if Perra's my friend or not.
Oh.
Like I'm so fucking confused. Like, bro, sometimes he'll message me. He's like, hey man, it was nice playing with you or something like that. But then the next time Next time he's like, "What the fuck? Don't talk to me." Like sometimes he'll put a hard ice to something. I'm like, "Oh, okay, so we're cool." And then next day,
you're
he's
one
like,
of those.
"Yo, don't say hi to me." And I'm just like, "The fuck am I doing?" I don't know if he likes you or not. It drives me crazy though. But I'd spoken to Paulie. I've spoken to like all his friends, like Paulie. I've spoken to Andy. They're like, that's just the way he is. Honestly, if he does that to you and he's trolling you in between both, is because he cares for you. So, but it's fucking annoying. I hate it. I legitimately hate it. Like every time I'm gonna say hi to him in red zone, he's like, and right when I'm about to say hi to him, he's just like, "Oh yeah, go fuck yourself."
I mean, he does that to everybody.
It's annoying. Una ria. It's like crabs.
Since I mean, I wasn't expecting that one either. Is there anything you want to say about that?
I mean, I was putting it myself, so I knew he was gonna say me.
I would say though, like this Perra right now that we're talking to right now is completely different, than on the field Perra. Like sometimes I don't know if you're taking it seriously or not taking it seriously.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
So sometimes like we don't even know. Do you feel like you get that a lot? What Kevin is saying or no?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm very obnoxious. I guess I'm very annoying, but I'm also very confident. Like sometimes to the point where people think I'm cocky. I mean, you saw that the first season I was in. A lot of people thought I was cocky. But I mean, bro, it's like he said when he talked to my actual friends. I guess you want to say that's just who I'm at. Like just who I am. Like I always want to like bring joy and like have make people laugh. Like I want to make light of every situation.
I feel you. I mean, this is what it is. We all have our own, little attributes and stuff.
Cute.
But let's talk about one of the main reasons.
Kiki's addiction to
Mark. Let's talk about one of the main reasons why I got all three of you here. Perra won MVP, right? I voted for Perra, by the way. Even though I think the Jaguars suck, but I voted for Perra because he deserved it, right? It is what it is. I keep it 100. Now, Peaky, give me a reason why you should have won MVP and these two shouldn't have even gotten one vote.
There's two types of people in the world and how they think of MVP. So let's disclaim that. I'm the type of person that believes that it's really the most valuable player. Most valuable player. That's where the acronym came from, MVP, for some of you out there. Now, I believe, to answer your question directly, I believe that I should have won MVP over Perra this season. Not a knock on Perra. He had a great fucking season. Because I really do believe that I'm the most valuable player, not only on my team, but in the league this season. Like, nobody plays both sides of the ball like me. I don't know if anybody noticed because, bro, like, I can't expect the community that we have in here to understand half the things that they're supposed to. But, like, I threw the ball, bro, 260 something times, like some crazy fucking number like that. Don't hold me to that number, but it was 240 plus, I think, some shit like that. And bro, I'm locking up. Okay, let me not say locking up. I'm covering and putting myself in front of everybody's best player. I'm not your normal captain where I try to like blend defenses. No, the Chargers play man to man, tier on tier. I do the thinking. I do the hard job. You guys do the rest. With the amount of drops and bullshit that my team has dealt with this season so far, I still managed to somehow, some way, make it to the top 3 or 4 teams of the harder division. I never missed a week. I play both sides of the ball. Next season, I'm making you guys all do my stats because you, Chris, did not put my 2 interceptions. You only put 1 in our game. And okay, it's fine. Whatever.
I know exactly what you're talking about because that play got called back because there was a penalty.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You are right. But the whole point is that, bro, like, I have interceptions. I have flag pulls. I fucking score. I run the ball. I give myself handoffs. I do everything I possibly can. I still beat you somehow, some way. You don't understand how because of the guys I have on my team. I just think that out of the candidates on this call right now that were in the MVP talk, I don't think they're more valuable to me, nor to their team, nor to my team. Because if you take Perra out of his team and you put me on there, they're even better than they are right now. If you take Kevin out of his team and you put me on there, they don't lose the last game, even if we're trolling.
That's just automatic.
You know what I mean? Like,
star,
I just mean it like that. I don't mean to talk about myself. You're making me talk about myself. But I really do believe that I am the most valuable player, regardless of the division or team I'm on.
This is a show to talk your shit.
Right.
You know, you feel me? We the whole humble shit and all that, like we all have to do it from time to time in our lifetime. But right here on the show, I don't give a fuck about that. Kevin, same question goes to you. Why did you deserve MVP, and why did none of these bots not deserve it?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not to take away from Piki because
Let me sit back for this one.
I didn't vote Perra. I voted Piki.
Really?
So you only said one vote.
What?
So you only said one vote?
No, I put Piki, you, and Anthony.
Oh, okay.
You know this is gonna get fact checked probably. So
Yeah.
no lying here.
That's not who I voted for.
Yeah, no lying here, gentlemen.
I did Kevin and Perra.
Piki and Perra. I put
Oh,
Perra
you did.
last. Sorry, I put Perra last. And I'll do the reason why I did it, and the reason why I did it that way is the same exact reason as to Piki's methodology, which is most valuable person. Piki is doing absolutely everything with, I'm sorry to say it, a pretty dog shit team.
They're not that bad.
I'll let you speak.
I don't.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
I don't think they're a good team. I do like the guys that are on the team, but I would like to play that team full health, full strength, just the same way that Piki would like to play my team full strength, full health. I'm sure that he would want that. At the end of the day, I think Julian's is a good defender, but I feel that Piki masked a lot of the inefficiencies of his team. Obviously, we're talking about the drops, but it's not only the drops, it's the defensive coverages and stuff like that. Piki's that good of a player that he's able to make up the deficiencies that his players have. I don't necessarily have that, but I do have the stats to back it up. I know Piki doesn't think this, but I feel that I am one of the smartest people in flag football. I feel that way. I think I'm a very cerebral player. I don't have the talent or the skill to back that up, but I do know plays. I've made a lot of plays on my own that I've created on my own that other teams have implemented in 4s and 5s. I know to be in the right place at the right time, whether my athleticism doesn't get me to the right place. I don't make often very much mistakes. As you can see, I only threw 7 interceptions. At the end of the day, if you extrapolate all the stats that I have and you made it into a 5-game season, I mean, the 5-week season, none of them are close to me in stats. They're not. And everyone has told me this season, and it's the cocky part of it, everyone has told me that if I had played all 5 weeks, that I would have won by a landslide. And it's because I would have had over 50-something touchdowns. I would have had 14 sacks, 15 sacks. You know, I would have played on both ends of the ball. And like I said, I personally right now, I have comparable stats missing an entire week. Like, I think Perra has 1 touchdown over me, and I'm 1 touchdown over Piki. Obviously, that's not my take on MVP because I have the same mentality as Piki of MVP. I think it's the most valuable person to a team. I have a team that's loaded. Perra will win with my team. Piki will win with my team because I have a loaded squad. I have phenomenal players as my 2 caps. You know, my tier 4, my tier 5, and Tony too. I have great players. So at the end of the day,
now Tony,
yeah. Keep your fucking clothes on, Tony.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I also drafted the later part of my team. Credit to Andy for setting it up, but Joel and Alex, you were there, Chris. You can attest. Were 2 people that I drafted, and I made the call for Anthony. I'm the one that traded up to get him because I traded Chink when he was high as fuck and drunk. I traded up and dropped down on tier 4 and traded up to tier 5 to get those 2 players. So that also takes a part of it, but that's why I think I should have been MVP. It's because I made the stats to make it work, and I have the most efficient offense. We're scoring like 42% of our throws were touchdowns.
31. We tied.
I would say there's definitely a lot of people that helped draft that team, including me, with Alex
Yeah.
G. Okay. Perra. Actually, I helped a lot of teams this year. Okay, but whatever. Perra, go.
Except your own.
They lost 4v6. I don't give a fuck. All right, go better.
Bro, I mean, so this whole argument that obviously Peaky on my team right now does a lot better and Kevin or anybody else, of course it can be said. But if Peaky's on my team, he wouldn't have had the same draft picks because if we're talking about most valuable player, I want to take anything away from AJ, but I built that team. I made those trades for him. Like we were talking the whole process throughout.
We know you're the cap. We know.
But you know, so just the fact that I said you need to draft Ernie. Ernie as a number 1 pick is a problem. Like I'm gonna talk him down. You're gonna have other teams tier 5s trying to cover him. That's gonna make him look a lot better. Ernie has 0 drops this season. 0.
It's the gloves.
I bought him the gloves. That makes me valuable. You know, like I put everybody in the right positions, I think. And listen, at the end of the day,
because he bought him the gloves.
Bro, I don't know. I really, honestly, I really don't know what to say other than I balled the fuck out with a team that I in my opinion, I helped, you know, the majority of the team put, you know, I got the replacement that no one wanted to get. You know, that I got away with it, but hey, I got it done. It doesn't matter how, but I got it done. You know, and I think in all aspects, GM skills, drafting, and all that stuff, because Peaky fucked himself over. He drafted his first 2 players who were missing the same week. He didn't even notice.
Como vienda.
No,
but guess what I did after? I fucking shipped his ass off. I recovered, and I'm fucking back in the mix.
Let me tell you, I think that with Lewis F, you would have been a lot better than where you are right now.
It's not about with Lewis F. It's Lewis F and Davila, or do you want Jules and Gabe S?
Well, you're shipping Gabe S now for playoffs, so who knows?
Forget it. Like even if not, like would you rather Davila and Lewis F, or do you rather Jules and Gabe S?
Makes sense.
Lewis is the only reason. I'm so glad I had Lewis because if not, I would have never been able to ship off.
Could have been in the hostage zone.
The real DD.
So we were talking about all these players and something that like was like I don't know why, but like it didn't really make sense in my head. And someone told me and then made it a little sense was we were voting for these tier winners, right? So once like we got to, for example, to Kevin's tier, right? My logic was fuck, like I had Kevin in my MVP ballot, so I voted for Kevin best tier, right? And he didn't win. And I think who else was it? I think it was Ant H. I voted for Ant H best tier, whatever, and I think it was Mark that won it. Or you could say Peaky, like all these other players that were in the ballot.
No, Peaky didn't win shit.
I don't win shit.
I know, but my point is no one in the ballot won any other tier, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, and I had the same thought.
Am I bugging? Am I crazy right now?
No, so I had the same theory. For tier 1, I voted Peaky because I was like he was my number 1 pick for MVP. So I was like, by definition, I have to go Peaky for tier 1. And for tier 2, I'm not gonna say his name, but I voted for the 19th pick of the draft. So
you can say my name, Corbin. He's mad because I put him as the 3rd for MVP.
But yeah, so like when I thought about that, I'm like, fuck, what Perra winning this MVP fucked everybody's logic. Like it fucked everybody's brain in a way where like they weren't even like thinking about shit. And I'm not saying that the people that won the tiers didn't deserve it. Like I go and I look back and I'm like, all right, like the standings when it comes to like a tier voting, and I never take standings into consideration. I just look at the stats and I look at the value, and I'm still like, fuck, but these other players still bought out. Like, yeah, they were in my ballot. So for the first time, I was like, bro, like I'm losing in every single tier. Like I usually vote for the right person. The only correct person that I voted for so far has been Perra. And
you should have allowed everybody to vote for whoever they thought was MVP.
No,
that's stupid.
Because what happened to Peaky, mind you, I love Baca. It's my favorite captain that I've ever played.
Peaky should have won MVP last season.
Ever. Peaky should have won MVP last season.
I agree.
And I voted for Peaky. And it's not saying that Baca didn't deserve it. Baca deserved to win it.
100%.
But, I mean, bro, like, you know, like 1 + 1 = 2.
Hey,
dog.
do you
like,
consider me a cap you played for since you tore your hamstring in 3 plays? You don't consider me.
say that again?
Do you consider me as a cap that you've played for historically in your tenure as a DD person, or do you not because you
I've never played for you.
Plays?
No, I never played for you because it's a tournament. And
yeah, you got hurt.
It's different. Yeah. It's no a tournament.
Tournaments, like to me, like I played for this back there, buddy.
Yeah, so do I. Believe me.
So
Okay.
yeah, like I love the tournaments. I love all that.
One
it's
day,
fun to
one day you
watch.
guys will get there.
They but yeah, I thought that by the way, I'm the one that came up with that idea, by the way, of the whole the commissioner picking 3 people, and then it was so tough that that Johan had to put 4 people, and I agreed with him. I think the 4 people that he brought up definitely all deserve to win a MVP in a way, and it was a MVP race this year that I felt confident in my Perra pick, but I wasn't sure. You get me?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like that. But let's get back to like more.
I
of a
think
Side note.
the tiers is where it got like, yo, what are you guys thinking, bro? Like the
I
MVP,
feel-
fine, but the
Fine.
tiers was like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing or thinking
What?
about? Like,
I find it crazy though. Either I should have been out, or Anthony should have been out. But if we were going with 4, I don't care about the defensive stats. The offensive stats that Willie put up with 80% completion and all the touchdowns, virtually no picks, only 2 picks, is insane though.
We're in done deal.
Yeah, I don't
Both
agree with
sides
that.
of the field are
Huge.
equal.
That's crazy,
We're in
man.
done deal, bro.
and I'm
You know how
willing to
hard-
bet that if you ask the Bengals who their cap is, they'll probably tell you Willie, but the guy doing all the dirty work, the HR,
Speedy.
the fucking onboarding, the firing, the
is
performance.
Lasting Fuentes.
Yeah.
It's,
No.
it's
Lasting
Big
Fuentes
Bird.
is an HR case, but it's Petey. It's Petey.
He's an HR case.
Let's get back to a hot seat question.
But he
Kevin,
smells good all the time.
Kevin,
No.
you're the quote unquote non-traditional quarterback here, right?
Yeah.
Out of all these MVP candidates that you were with, so you had Anthony, you had Piki, and you had Perra, right? Give me an order. Actually, fuck Anthony because he's not here. That's not fun. Piki or Perra? Who would you rather play for as your quarterback and why? And I don't take the whole personal shit with Perra aside.
No, it
Keep
has
it
nothing
100.
personal.
Keep it 100. Playing quarterback. Perra has had one of the best seasons that a tier. What tier were you, Perra?
4.
Tier 4 has ever had in Done Deal history, right? So he's an MVP. Unfortunately, he's not an MVP, right?
I'm nothing here.
So he's literally nothing.
I just
You
give
get-
stars to David.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
being as Perra would never
Yeah.
draft me. Perra would
Don't
never
think
draft
about it
me.
like that. You
That's
can't
a
think
lie.
about it like that.
Take the personal feelings out of it.
Yeah, you
Dick.
bitch.
No, at the end of the day, Piki. I
Why?
have a feeling sooner rather than later, there's going to be a season where me and Piki are in a team, and it's going to be GG's for Done Deal. Let me tell you, I feel that it's coming sooner rather than later.
So let me segue to this. Piki, would you ever let Kevin take the reins on your team?
Fuck no.
Look, it wouldn't be fuck no, and I'm not playing devil's advocate here. I'm always open to hearing people's like things. You could always learn from anybody. I could fucking learn something from who can
Angel.
from Angel. I really I don't know what, but I could. I bet money if I talk to him long enough about football, I could learn something from him. Now with Kevin, I know what you're saying. Like let him call the plays and all that. No, he's not gonna call the plays, but I will listen to him if he comes back into the huddle and tells me, "Hey, I see this," or "Hey, this mismatch," or "Hey, look at it this way." What I will tell you is that if I get Kevin, I could make him a problem with handoffs, and at sometimes I would even let him be quarterback and give me the handoff. So
Can I say something real quick? If you're a quarterback, if you're a good quarterback in any league, doesn't matter if it's Done Deal. If you're not calling your own plays, you're a dog shit quarterback. So if I'm playing quarterback, then yeah, I would like to call my own plays. And Piki, if he's quarterback, he would call his own plays. Perra, if he's quarterback, he'll call his own plays. A quarterback that's not calling his own plays is not a real quarterback. Is not a real quarterback.
To take it
Perra.
one step further, I'll say this. If you're a good quarterback and if you're a good leader, you're always, like Biggie said, you're always going to be open and willing to
course.
listen to your receivers coming back. Hey, I saw this. Hey, I saw shit. Sometimes with,
they're seeing shit
Patino
you don't.
yeah, shit. Sometimes with Patino or Rivas, I ask him, yo, what did you see here? You know,
I
it's
just
a
got
chemistry.
annoyed. I just got super annoyed.
Because you heard the word Patino.
Perra, Who is the most overrated player in Done Deal?
David. I
Why?
mean, it's
Fuck,
David.
That was
It's
gonna be
not-
my next questions.
He's not God, bro. Like, in Done Deal, to win, you need tryhards and you need to get lucky in the draft. That's all it is. All 3 times he's won, the first 2 times, the last 2 times, he got hella lucky in the draft. His brother drops a tier 3, he gets Patino, he gets Forrest. He gets Hulk, nobody knew him. Last season,
Manny
who did he
C.
get? He drops down Mikey, he drops down to Manny C, then he gets away with murder with trading for Ernie. And his first season, Chris D was handed to him. He's overrated. Like, David, let's take it out of DD. David in regular flag football is not a Top Gun player, unless it's 5-man middle. That's it, because he can't play safety for anybody unless it's B. He's overrated. He's a C receiver, an average receiver. He's an average quarterback outside of Done Deal.
Iki?
Most overrated player in the league. Let's go to the captain's chat because it's gonna be a captain. It's not gonna be anything other than a captain.
Kevin, do you have anybody off rip or no?
Yeah, but I want to see something first.
Well, you want to see what he's gonna say?
You're not a
Honestly.
captain, so he's not gonna mention you, bro.
It's not. No, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah.
It's interesting.
you picked
It's
me?
interesting
I
that
picked you.
Perra said David because I've been hearing that noise a lot. I'm not gonna say that he's a hater or anything like that, but like this hate towards David or whatever, because I don't know, it's because he's won 3 times in a row or this
It's
and that.
not hate.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's hate. It's just because I'm not gonna lie. Like I take a step back and I listen to people, and I'm like, okay, that shit makes sense. I get it, but at the end of the day, like I don't think winning 3 times in a row is luck. Does that make sense? Or you like fuck like that has to be like lottery type shit luck. Like if it's 3 times in a fucking row,
Here's all I'm
I
gonna say.
just think people are fucking up and trading with him. I think other players, other captains,
Nah.
like yo, this guy has won it. He's always used to winning on trades. He's always accustomed to doing all these things. Why the fuck are you gonna trade with him? It's like if I'm a captain,
It's the Joan
I'm not
effect
trading.
when
I'm
he
not
first came
trading
in.
with Yon. That's what I would say. I'm not trading with Yon.
Look, I'm gonna say David, but not in the same light that Perra did. I don't think he's overrated like that. I think he's actually a pretty good little flag football player. Like I've always like looked on the other fields and been like, coño, that kid's fucking running around a lot. Like, who is that guy? Like one day he's gonna go to Top Gun or something. Like, but what I mean by overrated is that, bro, he's had like an exceptional thing. Like, bro, he has 3 stars. Like since I've been here, it's just the David show. Like, but I think it's overrated. I think a lot of luck actually does play into it, and it doesn't mean he's a bad guy. I just think that with the accolades that he has today and the decorated resume he has today, it's not because he's like a crazy ass fucking sick ass player.
Like Kevin
for
said,
example-
I'm sorry. Like Kevin said, if you take away David's name and you put 3 starts, you're gonna say a Peaky, you're gonna say a Joan, you're gonna say an Eddie or Lulu. You're gonna say an exceptional level player. David is just like that.
I just think a lot of things have to fall into the right place for you to win this shit. And I don't know how to explain it. I'm a new guy in this school. I'm only a fucking junior. Like, don't kill me. But, bro, like 2 of those stars, and I'm not taking anything away from fucking David. I'm not, bro. I don't want to hear shit after this. It's just, bro, it is what it is. Like, dude, Forrest couldn't even fucking walk after rushing me 1 game. You think he was going to play David 3 games? Like, this guy literally fucking went, I already won my championship. I fucking rushed Beaky good. Like, so that's one. Like, the season before that, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know this. David has never beat me in Done Deal. David
I know
is
that.
like David with the Rams and that crazy squad looked real fucking human against us. And that was early on. Like that was me not knowing shit. Like that was me just understanding, okay, as a fast guy, stop that guy. Don't let Nico Patino do the out and we should be good. And it worked. And like, bro, like I have to agree with Perra that it's David, but it's not because he's a bad player. I just think that his decorated resume and his like it literally comes down to his accolades don't match with the type of player he is. But I got nothing.
I mean,
He's got
you guys
everything.
brought up a good point. I mean, he was down 3-1 conference championship.
Chewbacca. right? But let's go all the way to the
couldn't
beginning.
couldn't score on the goal line
gets handed
twice.
to him. Chris D got handed to him
Two
by
captains.
Matt, and he only beat Joan because Joan destroyed his hammy or groin, whatever the hell, right? The second year, okay, that was essentially the one team he had, but he played Jordan.
And that wasn't an OP team. That wasn't like a discussing team either. That was a team that he drafted. I don't think he made any trades that season.
Wait, we're talking about with the Rams?
No,
Yeah.
he didn't make any trades.
No,
he did not make one. That was his team. That one was I handed to him.
Again, that was Forrest falling into his lap. Him trading out of tier 2 and Daniel falling to
bro,
him.
let's give credit. Also,
That's
Harold,
credit. That's
Harold
100% credit.
balled out that season. Yeah,
Big time.
And then last season, he played a 4-man team because Chris D was going for hard. And like CPG said, he should have lost to Baca 3-1 at the goal line. So luck does happen to be involved.
But bro, it only goes to him.
I mean, look, not thinking about it, I get that point of view. But now that both of you said David in two different lights, Kevin,
cheeky. I don't think he should be a captain. Okay. There's a couple people that I don't think should be captains. I think that they're solid players. I think Cheeky is a tier 3 player. I think
he said Cheeky in the beginning. Then I heard you define.
I thought he said that too.
He's for sure talking about Cheeky.
Yeah.
Cheeky. My bad.
Yeah.
Cheeky. I don't think he's a captain. I think he's a solid player. Not to take it away from him, but he doesn't instill fear in me.
You said he's a tier 3.
I say high tier 3.
Rough. That's rough.
I think he's a high tier 3. I think he should get drafted around my pick, around where I get drafted.
So then, who should he be replaced by?
Peter Murray.
Jaime should be a captain. There. Petey should be a captain. Actually,
bro, I don't know, bro. He's had his opportunities. He's had his opportunities, bro.
Yeah, man. He's an atrocious.
No. You are as good as your opportunities, and he's had them multiple times.
He did the same exact thing that Jerry did this year, and it's because that fucking list that comes out, it almost happened to me. No one knows it, and I literally almost did it.
Yeah, it screwed people over before.
You see 1 through 20, you add those picks in your trades, and you notice that you're really 1 is fucking 21, and now you're fucked, and you can't do anything. But I think that's what happened to Peter. He did it. He had
that's 100% what happened to Peter. But you know what's funny?
But I know that's what happened.
No, he did. He admitted it to me. You know what's funny? Peter, I love him, man. Peter had an opportunity to veto it because it was with Pat, and Pat
went down. I know.
Pat's an upstanding guy. Pat would have understood and gone back with it. But Peter was like, nah, man, I messed up. Like, I'm sorry. I would have been like, Pat, please, bro, you have to understand what happened.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so we all here playing Done Deal, and we know the referees are a big issue. None of us are perfect. No one does a great job. We all miss calls and stuff like that. But there's something that I hear that's said a lot and that I feel like needs to be talked about a little bit more. And one of the gentlemen here is Peaky, right? It's called the Peaky treatment, right? And Peaky, you're going to be the last one to speak on this, please. I'm going to let these both talk, and then you can say what you need to say. So essentially the Peaky treatment, right? Where quote unquote, everyone feels like they're out to get Peaky. Someone has something against him, that they treat him a certain type of way, that the referees do this and that. Whether maybe Eddie's refereeing his game and fucks him over, Lulu fucks him over, or one of the owners fuck him over, or something like that. Do you guys feel like that's an actual thing? I'm talking to Kevin and Beta. Like in general, do you feel like the Peaky cloud, the Peaky treatment of going at him and people like essentially not doing their job correctly when they're refereeing, or they feel a certain type of way and not being non-biased? Like, is that an actual thing that's going on in Done Deal, Kevin?
Absolutely not. Peaky, I care about the guy. He's tremendo acomplejado. He thinks that everyone in the flag football community is out to get him when they're making calls and stuff.
I didn't say this. CP said it, not me.
Wait.
Let me finish. Telling me acomplejado. I've never said this.
Let me finish. Look at him.
Nah, you can't.
Mute him.
Mute him. Right now.
Mute him.
You can't do that.
You're gonna rebuttal. You're gonna have
no.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
Look, I've played with Peaky. I've played against Peaky. You hear him throughout the game being passive aggressive, nonstop. towards the refs, and then he goes, bro, just say that you made that call, or just say you didn't make that call because of who I am, or because of because it's me, and I know that it's
I've
against
heard
me.
that.
He's acomplejado, and he thinks that people make calls or don't make calls because it's Edgar Guerra. And I honestly, I'm granted, there may be one off chance that somebody really has a beef with Peaky and they're doing that. But I don't think that's the case with a freaking tier 6 making a call in done deal. They don't know Peaky like that. They're just making the call that they see. And I still think that Peaky has that DNA in him from Red Zone, where he's like, oh, these refs are out to get me. These refs are out to get me. And then he translates it into done deal. Look at his face. He translates it into done deal.
Perra.
Man, when it comes to DD themselves, I don't think no one's out to get Peaky. Not in DD. And not to say that in Red Zone they are, but shit, he was in my field last night. He was like, bro, I can't believe these guys called that. They haven't seen anything that great before. It's me.
True. And I wasn't even talking about myself. I was talking about Kevin Mujica. Hit a fucking pitch behind his back. Brian O'Con doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like, oh, no, hey, yeah, I think that was forward, but not really. Inertia, centrifugal force, you don't get it. Bro, what are you talking about? But go, keep going, sorry.
But yeah, in DD, I don't think anyone's out to get him. I can speak for my team alone. I think we ref maybe once or twice. We're not out to get him. I don't really care. I'm just there to do my job. Unlike Kevin, I do stats and I actually referee.
No, I just do stats.
Yeah. I have something to talk about that
but you
after.
know what? I don't miss stats. I have stats.
Peaky, talk your shit.
Okay, you started off by saying this, that you've heard people. Bro, have never said this, dude. Never said it. You guys are the ones saying it. My actions are making you feel a certain way. Acomplejado, I don't think that's the right word. I don't think that's the right word. You're entitled to your own opinion. But you need to ask people who have actually played with me. I would love for Andres to unmute himself so he sees it, because he has looked at me in the eyes and has told me, yo, and that's Andres, bro. That's like straight from the heavens.
I mean, I'm down to have a little segue if Andres feels comfortable to talk on the hot seat. I don't know. I don't know if he's built like that, but Andres,
has Andres ever been on the hot seat?
I'm not sure. Not in this format.
It's not that people are out to get me, but they hold me to such a high standard by themselves that they feel like those things, I shouldn't care about those things. Perfect example, Scuba Steve trying to fucking give me the fucking people's elbow. And then I look at Las Cifuentes and I look at Willie and they're like, yo, but you weren't in the throwing motion. But dude, what happened? You still got out of it. Who cares? Like, it didn't happen. It's like, bro, how can you just tell me that right now, bro? Like, how can you expect me not to feel the way I'm feeling when you say shit like that?
Peaky, what was your major?
Last night, psychology.
Okay.
So my next thing, last night, Brian O'Con, bro, fucking one of the worst referees I've ever seen in my life, ever. And I've seen more referees than everybody put together. Maybe not John. He'll tell you he knows more. And fucking, I did a behind the back, look, behind the back pitch, and they called it forward. Like, te pinga, like behind the back pass that went forward. Like, come on, bro. So you guys are putting me in positions to feel that way. Perfect example, another one. Lulu called some bailout like PI that he even asked in the middle of the field, hey, can I call it? Can I call this? This is the guy looking at the quarterback. The guys in the back, the guys who are next to playing, nothing. Joan himself didn't call anything. Lulu overrode Joan, said no, okay, that's another one. Like, bro, I don't think they're out to get me. I just think that I get held to a certain standard and they feel that those things shouldn't affect me. And to be honest with you, they don't affect Peaky. They affect my team, because this is a game of inches and you're asking me about done deal, not red zone. Done deal, I'm never going to have a stacked team. I'm never going to have a stacked team. I'm going to have one guy that's pretty good and I'm going to develop the others to be better than they'll ever be with me in that season. So I need to get obnoxiously annoying with those things, because my games literally come down to one or two plays and I need everything to be perfect for my teams to have the best chance to win. So that's why I come off that way. But It's not because I feel like people are out to get me. I don't care about that. If you're out to get me, you're out to get me. Don't vote for me. That's fine. You're not going to vote for me anyway. But it's just the standard that I'm held at, that it's not un complejo, bro. Andres, please unmute yourself, dog. Please.
No, he's texting me right now and he can't. His son's crying.
Hey,
So
of course.
So
Out to get me, bro.
so do you think it's the Shaq treatment? Like the Shaq treatment? Do you feel like you don't get calls?
It's 100% the Shaq treatment. It's the 100% the Shaq treatment.
So you're saying you don't get calls your way?
Brother, it's not that I don't get calls my way. It's that sometimes I don't get calls at all. Like, I have to play as the brain of my thing. I'm calling plays on offense and defense. Defense, I just call man. But on offense, I'm calling plays. And then I'm doing the official's job because I already know from my little tenure here that the referees can fuck you up. The only reason the Niners beat us is because fucking Angel threw me out of bounds. I threw a touchdown to end the game, and they called it back because they said I was out of bounds. Like, they didn't call a penalty on that. Like, so referees play a point in my history. So I already know in done deal, the refereeing is not good. It's not. It's never going to be good. It's the people, which makes it a done deal factor. So it's like, dude, like I have to be on top of everybody. Dude, I even say my favorite one that everyone chuckles about. Oh, yeah, give them a fake 10-second count there. You haven't counted. It's been 40 seconds. I don't know if you know this. I count as soon as the ball gets thrown into the huddle, 25, 24, 23. And everyone laughs at me like I'm crazy. But, 10 out of 10 times, they're not counting. And that comes down to the end of the game. So I'm just on top of everything, and I'm in everything. So I have to be for my team.
So there's something that I want to talk about because Arpera kind of said something and it just literally triggered me. And it's directed at Kevin because I had a little incident with him this season where when I referee, I'm not here to say I'm the best referee. There's some times that I might like not be locked in or whatever. I try my best to always be locked in. I miss shit. If you ask me a question, I'd be like, fuck, I didn't see that, or maybe it just didn't make sense in my head and I didn't call it. But there was a specific call. Something that really pisses me off about people is when they fucking sit down and referee, or they sit down and make a call, or they're on the opposite side of the fucking field and talking to someone and doing this and that. Like, move. You have feet. We're all walking here. We're all equal. We all do this properly. Have the respect. If you want your game referee the right way, do it the right way. And Kevin, I'll be honest with you, this really pissed me off with you, bro. You made a call that it's not the reason why we lost, but they ended up scoring in that drive. You made the only call in that game sitting down.
Like a
Where was I sitting down?
Like a quinceañera.
Wait. Where was I sitting down?
You were sitting down in the middle of the field by the
In the
first down
middle.
cone.
And what was the call? What was the call?
The call was if it was a first down or not.
Okay, if I'm sitting down at the 50-yard line, and
Number one, you weren't on it. You were a little bit further back, but you were close to it. Yes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, bro.
So
but the point of the story is there was someone closer.
Let me ask something.
Right.
If I would have not have made the call and I would have said no touch, no first down, we would not be having this conversation. Because you would not have been so triggered. Because
you legit did not say one word after.
Because I said, first down. I saw first down.
You did not say one word, and then I asked you. I'm like, Kevin, can you please stand up and referee the game? Can you please stand up? If you're gonna make calls, this is what I said. If you're gonna make calls, please stand up and make calls. You sat down the whole game, didn't respect what I said whatsoever. All I asked you was, bro, please stand up and ref the game. You just sat down the whole day because at the end of the day, you have in your head it might be, this guy's fucking telling me to stand up. I'm not gonna fucking stand up. What the fuck is that?
No, that wasn't the reason.
I said it respectfully. I'm never disrespectful towards no one.
To my defense, I had a calambre the last game of our season.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Check the zeros in my bank account.
And I'm gonna give you a scenario,
the zeros in my bank account.
I'm gonna give you a fucking scenario.
Rubber duckies, dog.
Peaky had a scenario like that. This is how good my brain fucking is. Peaky had a scenario like that with Marcos refereeing a game sitting down once.
Yeah, with a fucking umbrella on his head.
Yeah, and a fucking umbrella. And then Peaky goes respectfully, he's like, look, bro, I understand, bro, but please, can you please stand up and referee the game, this and that? Marcos goes, all right, fuck it. And he actually stood up, right? It's not that fucking difficult, bro. No one's fucking perfect, but at the end of the day, you can't be sitting on your fucking ass making calls, bro. Same thing as I had. Since I think I had like a little issue with Roger, which I mean, I understand, bro. I'm arguing with fucking Roger, bro. At the end of the day, I know I'm a moron. My bad, guys.
Yeah, that's your fault.
But at the end of the day, bro, He was the only one that made a call on, I think it was roughing the pass or whatever, and he was the safety ref, right? He was refereeing back there. I had 4 other refs that didn't make a call. All I told them was, look, cool, make the call, do what you gotta do. But I'm not upset at you. I'm upset that I have 4 other fucking people here staying quiet, literally not saying a word, and I have the furthest guy here making a call. And obviously, you got fucking butthurt, and then he goes, he's like, oh, just play better or whatever. All right, bro. I'm not gonna listen to a fucking bot player, but whatever. It is what it is. My point is, bro, we can all do a better job. We're not fucking refs. Let's just fucking at least look like we're trying, bro.
The games in your playoff games, I promise you, I'll stand up for your playoff games.
Tiki, you have something to say?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
I just noticed that.
so-
That's so dope.
Yeah, I know. Hey, so listen, look. So I like a common denominator in all of your guys' scenarios, and with Marcos and Kevin and Roger, is that they're all in the wrong spots. We need to do better. If you guys are ever like having a little powwow with the commissioners, call me in, bro. I'll bring a little 6-pack. I'll talk to you about things that I think could be better for the league. I'm all for it. Look, I'm all for it. I think that it comes down to your captain on how good you are as an officiating team. Because, bro, my team, you'll never hear one little peep about, oh, this thing or that. You know why? I put myself in the hardest spot, which is behind the quarterback or behind the defense. I get my lowest IQ guy, and I tell him, you go video. There's no reason you should be even impacting this game whatsoever.
Who's that on the Charger?
It's either Andres or Aleman, but Aleman's really good with the clock. Andres is really good at taking pictures because he's used to taking pictures of pájaros, and we usually referee pájaros games, so he knows. And then, like, you gotta the same way you're putting these guys in positions to win on the field, you gotta put them in positions to win off the field. And it comes down to you. And I like, bro, Ernie, like the Seahawks, the first time, I really wanted to win the best officiating team award. It was the funniest thing. Like, I really took pride in that, and then I noticed, oh, fuck this shit. My team's trying their hardest. I'm going down their neck on how they need to officiate. And I play other teams and they don't give 3 fucks. And I still didn't win the award at the end of the year. So, but I think the officiating could get better if there's actual roles, if there's actual the captain of the team putting the people in the roles where they're supposed to be and putting them in positions to win, even if they're officials.
That's a good perspective. That's not a bad idea. At the end of the day, also what I like to do is when I'm playing a game, I ask people, hey, can you guys do this certain job? Can you do this? Can you please have the line of scrimmage and the 7-yard line on the same side of the field, not opposite sides of the field? Little things like that help out. But we're pretty much close here to wrapping up, so I want to end it with like 2 or 3 more questions. With an interesting question in my opinion, and I'm just interested to hear what you guys had to say. Who is the softest person in Done Deal? Anybody can shoot.
Why'd you laugh? Cassie laughed. Do you have an opinion? She's like, that's so fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's the easy. There's more fucked up things on this call. All right, I'm thinking here.
One of the easiest.
I'm thinking right now. Softest.
Pretty much the person that just talks and you're like, bro, like, why the fuck are you even talking? Like, you like, dude, like, you're not even built like that. Like, you're shut the fuck up.
Oh, but soft
like,
as
stop.
a human or soft as a football player?
In general, both. Give me there has to be someone that you guys think about. You're like, bro, like, just like, bro. Because there's a difference between being annoying. There's a difference between being fake. And there's a difference between being soft.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't look at anybody as soft, but I'll find someone.
I mean, I don't want to call it tier 6 soft. I mean, it's a tier 6. Like, I'm not gonna.
What do you mean, bro? At the end of the day, this is what this league strides on, bro.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to think of like somebody that's higher up.
I got mine.
That's soft because you hear go.
Mine, sorry to cut you off, is just, and it's because I played with them, and bro, this isn't a knock. It's just really, it is like David Davila really like showed me this season that I had way higher expectations, and I thought he was way better than he actually is. And it's not because of skill. It has nothing to do with football. Doesn't respond in the chats. Didn't really care. Had me, the number 1 ranked guy in the league as a receiver, didn't feel like he could make noise. Like, it's very like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, and to be a quarterback, you need to have that backbone and that like that culture, that brand behind you, that no matter if you're fucking great, short, big, skinny, fat, like horrible at football, that like, oh, this guy holds his own. And I just felt like it was very soft of him, the way, like what he showed me when we needed it most, playing, 4 or 5 strong, missing those 2 guys. I put him in that position, but I just expected a lot more from him. And that soft character, that nice guy, it just didn't translate well into the field. And I felt like, I don't know, like I just felt let down.
Perra, Kevin, any name that you guys can think of?
I got one.
Dale Perra. You said a
To
lot.
To me, Enzo.
Oh, okay.
To me, it's Enzo, bro. I feel, again, it's not nothing personal. I just feel like he's a bitch when he's not playing with his people.
You are so fucked with Swoosh and Swish.
Oh.
Swishy. You are so
Swishy,
fucked.
swish.
Bro. You are so
When
fucked with
he's
the
not playing with
Swishies.
his people, he's like a girl, bro.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
never
feel like
getting an order from Goods.
I feel like he never goes hard. He never like tries. Like he thinks he's all this.
Bro, you know that shit frustrated me in the Browns when we played the playoffs, the championship.
Way too many times.
Dude,
I've seen it way too many times.
Oh my
For
God.
me, on the field, he's soft unless he's playing with Swoosh or his people. A bitch
He's
on the
so-
field. Doesn't run his routes hard. He's super like nonchalant. Like he's all this and that. No, bro. No.
I think he admits it though. I think he says that he plays this shit just for fun. He doesn't care.
Yeah, that's a bitch
Uh-huh.
answer when you're not playing with your boys. The fuck out of here.
Nah, but
Okay,
he
yeah,
says-
I hate when people say that, Peaky, bro. That pisses me off, bro.
I know. I'm
If-
just saying.
Don't
What he
play.
said.
Don't
if
play.
you lose a triple overtime game, would you just leave a chat of your team, or would you be like, "Hey guys, it was a good run. Like we tried. We have made mistakes in at the end, but it is what it is."
You guys got
he straight up
shafted
left,
that day,
bro.
so-
He left 3 minutes after the game ended while he was still packing up his stuff. He left our chat. He made it a priority to go. I'm going to that chat and I'm leaving it, dude. We were like one of the last ranked teams. We played in the championship. We lost in the championship. Obviously, I choked.
That's
No
when you
one's
had the
denying.
Browns? That's the 1 yard thing.
Yeah,
1
Yeah.
yard.
Bro, I saw you get shafted that day, bro, and I always
But
think
I know,
about
but
it,
we're not
they were
talking
gonna
about
call
that.
something, and they didn't call it, and no one ever saw that. No one's ever talked about that, and I saw it with my own eyes.
What?
They were gonna call a penalty, they chose not to. Then you were on defense, and that's how they got yardage. I just think part about always. I shouldn't have said it right now, but I saw some shit there that never gets
Whatever,
called.
man. At the end of the day, like I just felt like it because Perra just made me think about that. It's pretty whack because the whole day Enzo was bitching and complaining. Like we were winning. It's not like we were losing games. And Enzo was still bitching and moaning about everything, about the fact that, oh, why are you only running slants? I don't know what you want me to do, bro. Like I was drafted to
So are
play.
you taking Perra's answer and saying Enzo, or you're just fucking?
I'll
passive
probably-
talking right now?
I didn't want to take Enzo. Like I wasn't thinking about Enzo, and he mentioned it, and I will probably say that my answer would also be Enzo, because it just made me realize that, and it's frustrating because I don't think I like him as a person. Like he's a
You
nice
guys are
guy,
getting traded by him in the future. I'm calling it.
bro. I would never draft Enzo. Oh, that's another thing. The fact that you just
That's bullshit.
I don't agree with players that trade just to trade. I think it's just not I think it's stupid. When you have Willie and you have David, you have something that you can build upon. They're missing a week. That's cool. You could definitely continue, especially in our division, like 7 wins and you were in, or 8 wins you were in. He wants to trade because he's known as a captain slayer to trade. And he messed up and he ended up in the gulag.
Okay.
I think you should have traded David. Honestly, I think this was the season for him to be the captain slayer for real, and do it. I think the fact that he didn't do it this year is what got him traded.
He tried.
and-
Oh, he
Not from a
tried.
lack of trying.
not
Not from a lack of trying.
David was almost a
probably knows
Patriot.
that shit. Yeah, I
David
knew
was
that.
Oh,
almost a Patriot.
another graveyard team. But that's a
He was
topic.
coming to the Seahawks.
That's a topic for a different show at a different day that anyone
We
wants to
created
talk
a group
about.
chat and everything.
But yeah, I mean, I was a little bit, I wouldn't say surprised, but there's some logic in your answers there where I see it. But gentlemen, it's been, in my opinion, a great fucking hot seat. I think this flowed pretty well. I was a little overwhelmed at the beginning, having a lot of personalities, but I felt like you guys did your job. I think everybody did a good job of talking, what they needed to say. That clip of of Perra calling Enzo fake, you best believe that shit's gonna be in the introduction, bro.
It's our anniversary.
Wait, today?
9 years, yeah. We're going
Why
to
are you
dinner now.
even here, bro?
Hey,
Yeah,
Velvet.
why? Because the hot
He's
seat, bro.
like-
The velvet,
Thank
baby.
you.
The velvet.
Thank you.
Can I say one thing before I leave?
Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
God.
wait. I'm just relax.
All right.
Does anybody have a question to ask me? Cam, I'm that.
What was your thought process in trying to trade for me?
Easy. I think my team sucked. We couldn't score the ball at all. I loved every single person on the team as a human being, but as you can see, the team didn't gel whatsoever. I had two captains on the team. When do you have two captains on a team and you're not winning games? When do you have two captains on a team? Well, quote unquote captains, because they were ranked captains. When do you have captains on a team and you're not performing well? And I felt like I was like the outsider, where like they had this tight gel. A move was made to trade Rivas away, and I wasn't aware. I'm not saying that I disagreed with the trade or anything, but I had no clue. So the first time in my done deal career, I felt like kind of like not the cool kid or whatever the case may be, and we weren't performing, bro. It is what it is. I felt like the trade that I made, yeah, a lot of people thought it was a stupid trade, and I respect everyone's opinion, but I felt like for my situation and what I was gonna do, I felt like my team was gonna be way better. I still think that team that I traded for originally is way better than the Raiders team that it is right now, and that's just it is what it is, bro. Like, hello, they fucking lost 4v6. Like,
I tried doing business with Rivas all season, and bro, let me tell you, nunca, bro. Like, that guy should never be a cap ever. Rivas.
Yeah,
I mean, be a cap ever anywhere.
I don't like some of these teams and how they're being constructed. I feel like a lot of people don't have the balls or the personality to make decisions, and they're getting pushed over. And I feel like we need to step up.
Even that cap next season. That's what I'm hearing.
Even if
I'm always a captain, baby.
I
trades don't make sense, talk to me.
All right, you have to bang one of us, you have to marry one of us, and you have to kill one of us. So tell me right now to my face who you're killing. Come on, bro, just say
This is best question. I've never seen him speechless. This is the best question.
Take your hands off your head,
Make
bro.
this the intro clip. This is the best question ever in the hot seat.
No, I hope you want to bang me because you're gonna have to tell me. So who are you trying to kill right now?
So Mary, fuck, kill?
Fuck and kill.
All right. Now, honestly, fuck. Probably marry Kevin.
Let's go.
You're a swinger for sure.
I will definitely killing Perra. I think he
you're getting the
sucks.
cheeks clapped. You're
I
getting the cheeks
knew
clapped.
this guy wanted to bang me, bro. I knew it.
Let's go.
Bro, this is so.
I know. I'm almost done.
Say
All
it,
right,
Chris.
guys. So,
I want to say
What's
one
the
thing
third thing? You have
that
to
I
bang
never got to
someone.
say.
no, what do you mean? I can kill, right? Marry, fuck, kill.
Yeah.
Who would you fuck? Who would you fuck?
I mean,
Yeah,
bro.
it goes without saying. It's Peaky. He wants to hear it. He wants to hear it.
Notice how I haven't said who I'm fucking just say the name, and you guys just continue. But whatever. Easily the fucking weirdest question probably I've ever been asked in my life. Number one, this hot seat was brought to you by the Rhodes Home Healthcare. Shout out to Andy. Even though he sucks as a quarterback. But yeah, any last words?
I don't like the reputation my tier 5 has as not being a great teammate. I want to say it and state it for the record that Joel is a consummate professional.
Bro, Joel
and
sucks.
you guys
I'm
can suck my
leaving.
nuts. That guy's a
All right,
great
yo,
player.
hey, shout out to everybody. Thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in.
bro.
Oh, also, I want to
And
thank
listen
everybody.
to
I want
it
to thank
too.
everybody for voting Hot Seat the best show.
Always.
I
I
appreciate
voted.
that. Real talk. If you didn't vote for me, you're an idiot. But yeah, thank you. I just do this shit for fun, and I don't try that hard. Goodbye.
Fun fact, Peaky's real name is Egbert.
La nena más linda de toda la ciudad.